Hey everyone, I'm Josh, and in this video I want to talk about people who believe they're better than you due to your interests. So the type of instance where someone will believe that they're better than you because you're into some hobby or other activity that they think is not great, or they believe is only for stupid people, or whatever other dumb rationale it may be. But basically, they believe they're better than you because you're interested in something. And this is a mentality that has always annoyed me because I think it's dumb as hell. Like, why should any of us gatekeep hobbies or other things like that? People have tons of different interests out there because there are, like 8 billion of us now? Of course we're going to be into different things. And some of the hobbies and interests out there are incredibly cool. And I always think it's dumb as hell when people try to hate on others just because they're interested in other things than them. Like, there's some very obscure, awesome hobbies that people are into, and it blows my mind that some people will hate on them for it when it's cool as hell that people are interested in this thing that like barely anybody even knows about. Like, there's some awesome activities out there. So I just don't find any reason in hating on other people for this, so I wanted to make a video to talk about this and basically crap on the people who engage in this behavior of hating on others over what they're interested in. In fact, the very thing that inspired me to make this video was people who hate on others for being interested in sports, because I happen to like sports. And the funny thing here is usually you get like pseudo intellectuals, people who think they're smarter than everyone else, who hate on those who like sports. And the funny story is I'm actually one of those people who was in a lot of those classes that were like APs, which for people who aren't in the US, AP classes are basically like they're college level classes that you take in high school. So they're meant to help you basically get ahead when it comes to your education. And for that reason, generally they're meant for people who are a bit more focused. I don't want to say more intelligent, because what is intelligence really at the end of the day? It's usually for people who are more driven and dedicated and just want to actually spend their time trying to save some money by getting college classes knocked out while they're in high school instead of paying tons of money when they're in college for it. So a lot of people tend to assume that if you're in AP classes in high school that you're smarter than other people, which may or may not be true. But my whole point here is I was in those classes and yet I still like sports. I even played football in high school. I played it for like a year and a half. I didn't even touch the field at all. Like, I was horrible. In fact, I was better at throwing the football, but I was too short to play quarterback. So yeah, I got screwed by my genetics, but I played football and also took AP classes. And there were a bunch of people in those classes who basically would crap on anyone who was into sports. It's the only way I can really think of it is they were probably a bit jealous of that kind of jock persona and whatnot. The fact that a lot of these guys were charismatic and outgoing and confident because they're playing a sport. Like, that teaches you to be charismatic, outgoing, and confident. If you're not already that way before you join the sport, it kind of helps you develop those skills. And people who are in AP classes tend to be considered nerds and whatnot. They probably aren't as social and all that. So to me, it was probably insecure people hating on other people they were jealous of. But yeah, you had a lot of those AP students who would just crap on people who played sports and act like all of them were idiots and none of them would amount to anything in life. And yet, some of my football classmates were really smart dudes. Like, many of them were in AP classes as well. Like, these were smart guys who were probably going to go somewhere in life, and they also fell into that category of, oh, you play sports, you like sports, you must be an idiot. And it just boggled my mind. And even to this day, like, I've encountered so many adults who think that people who are into sports are dumb. And I just find that stupid, because it's often not actually the case. You can find plenty of intelligent people who are interested in sports because sports are fun. It's a cool thing to get interested in. In fact, certain sports are almost like games of chess, like football. I know a lot of people hate on it because it tends to be very short plays and then you have long time intervals between them, but it's like a game of chess using actual people. The offense has to figure out a way of attacking the defense that the defense isn't prepared for. That's chess, pretty much. You're trying to poke holes in the other team's strategy. It's a game of chess. So in a way, sports can actually also be for intelligent people. And I'm getting really passionate about this one example, but like I said, this inspired me to make the video, and it's probably the best example I can use of people hating on others for being interested in something when it's not really warranted. Like, you could try to make a study and see how many people who are into sports are actually not that intelligent, And maybe then you'd be able to say that some of them are or aren't smart. But even then, why would you hate on other people for being interested in something, especially when that thing doesn't cause them harm or other people harm? What's the problem? So I often extrapolate that out to everything out there, and I just don't see a point in other people hating on anyone who's interested in something that they enjoy. People who are passionate about something. Why hate on people who are passionate? Passion is probably one of the most beautiful things on the planet. It's one of those things that gives us purpose and meaning in life. And it's really cool to see other people get swept up and carried away in something that they really enjoy, whether it be doing the thing or observing it. If they really enjoy either of those activities, partaking in it in some way, shape, or form, that's awesome. Good for them. We need more of that in the world and less of this unwarranted hating just because people are insecure or jealous of others. Like, it's just not cool. So please, if you take one thing away from this video, don't think I'm only talking about the sports example. This can be extrapolated out to everything out there. There are people into anime, gaming, people into knitting and sewing, people into hiking and outdoors activities. There are a bunch of cool things, even obscure instruments that people play, and all of these hobbies and interests are valid and incredibly cool, and it's great to see people who are passionate about them. So yeah, if you happen to be someone who's interested in an obscure activity and a lot of people hate on it because they're insecure, they don't understand it, well, don't worry about it. Don't let what they say bring you down. Don't take it to heart. Don't take it personally. Instead, just realize if you're interested in it, that's awesome. Keep doing it more often. And the more that you do it, it will hopefully help you surround yourself with people who are good for you. People who actually will support you in that thing. And some people will actually find it incredibly attractive. Like if you're talking about your passions, even if it's something obscure, the right people want to hear more about it. They want you to basically teach them about what you're interested in because they'll find it really cool. It'll be something they've never heard of before. So there you go. I'll step off my soapbox now, but hopefully you guys all got the point of the video, which is just embrace your passions and don't worry about people who try to hate on you for it or think they're better than you because you're interested in something they don't understand, or they're insecure or jealous of you for having a passion or whatever other reason it may be. Just don't let mean, negative Nancy haters bring you down, because who cares what these people think? If you're interested in something, that is awesome. Please engage in that activity more and share it with other people. It'll help you find people to surround yourself with. Because if someone thinks it's dumb, now you know. Do not associate with this person because there's something wrong with them. And if they were truly a good person, even if they didn't understand what you're interested in, they wouldn't hate on you for it. They would never hate on you for it. That's not what good people do. I say that so often in my videos, but it's true. Good people will not hate on you or attack you for no reason. They only do those things when they're provoked into it. So if someone does it unprovoked, that's not a good person. You don't want to associate them. Just remain passionate. It's seriously one of the most beautiful things on this planet. Do not lose that. Do not give that up for anyone. Not even people you really enjoy spending time with either, because if they would want you to give up a passion, I don't find that valid. I think there's something off there, because usually you wouldn't have to give up something you enjoy to be with someone or to keep them in your life. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Hopefully I did scare away a lot of people with how passionate I was about the sports example. But yeah, I just find that so dumb when people think that everyone who likes something is stupid just because they have some weird thing they're projecting onto others, some insecurity or whatever. Yeah, it's dumb. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If so, feel free to leave a like on it for the algorithm. If you aren't already subscribed, feel free to do so for more videos like this. And I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.